Welcome to another episode of the Good Guys Podcast. My name is Brandon Dixon. I am a happily married man and a humble father of four. And as always, I am here with none other than the Honorable, the Reverend Joshua.
That's it, BD, the one and only.
The one and only. It is a Super Bowl edition of the Good Guys Podcast. The Super Bowl is today. I will be watching it. Josh, maybe not so much.
I'll just be working.
I don't know.
I'll probably just be working on courses, reading my Bibles, the usual.
Oh, okay. We'll let you do that. The rest of us, normal American citizens, because it is the American thing to do, will be watching the Super Bowl.
Hey, man, I'm a heaven citizen first, and then an American citizen. Nah, I'm messing.
You know what?
Honestly, man, I don't have no cable in my new place now. But
the real reason why I won't be watching the Super Bowl.
No offense to God or anything, but it's too cold, man, to be going out somewhere, man. I want to watch the game in the comfort of my own home. So if I can find a way to hack the game, I might find that way. But when the game is on, man, I might be taking a nap. I might be I got a YouTube studio now, I'm recording videos. And I'll just wait for the last 2 minutes of the game. I don't really care about the commercials, man. I mean, it's not the same.
Well, I mean, the commercials are like the best part.
Yeah, but I can always watch them the next day. I can get it on YouTube around about 7 a.m. when I wake up. So when I go to work, people will be like, "Did you watch the game?" I'm like, "Ha ha! Did you see the commercials?" I did.
That is true. Back in the day, you had to watch the Super Bowl to see the commercials. Now you can just go on the internet where they will be readily available the next day.
Listen, most of y'all don't have to go and deal with kids all day Monday. So I'm going to bed. The Super Bowl game lasts until about good midnight, man. Nah, bruh. I got to be ready.
Yeah, I hear you. Fair enough. I won't judge. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this Super Bowl edition. First thing we're going to talk about, though, of course, is the weekly airing of grievances. Has nothing to do with the Super Bowl. Has everything to do with a Snoop Dogg gospel album.
Wow.
Same thing I said.
Yeah.
So apparently Snoop Dogg is going to be dropping what he is calling the Bible of Love album.
Sound like a new Bible.
It is, no.
It sounds like a brand new Bible written by Snoop Dogg.
The Snoop Dogg is writing a new Bible. No, he's actually making an album. Let's see. I'm going to read some of the article here because that's the only thing that can really do this justice. Famed rapper and music producer Snoop Dogg is stepping away from his usual rhymes to release his first gospel album called Snoop Dogg Bible of Love. The album includes gospel and R&B heavy hitters like Ty Tribbett, the Clark Sisters, Faith Evans, and Rance Allen. So you will
Are you serious?
You'll be treated, Josh, to Snoop Dogg featuring the Clark Sisters. Are you excited about this?
So he just skipped the whole genre of young, no Travis Green, no Lecrae.
Like he ain't even try to go like, Christian Christian hip hop. Like he didn't try to go Lecrae, not even Triple E.
But if you
he went.
But if you think about it, man, he went to all the old heads because they probably starving for a check.
Yeah,
they all the new people are popping. The Mally Musics, the Travis Greens, the Lecrae's,
right.
The Trips. Like the
I could have.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. Kiki Sheard. Like I mean, man.
Yeah, I could have maybe seen some of those. He went the Clark Sisters, Rance Allen. Like he went with the old gold.
Hey, bro, low key, that's what Snoop Dogg was raised on, bro.
Yeah, I found that out today. Apparently, his mother is a minister.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
so Snoop's got roots in the church.
Who am I to judge? Keep going, bro. Keep going.
Yeah. I mean, right. I'm not here to judge anyone. If Snoop wants to make a gospel album, a double album, by the way, there's 32 songs on this album.
2 testaments.
Right. Like he really went in on this thing. Like it wasn't just all right, I'm going to make a gospel album for moms. She's always been bothering me. Here's 10 songs. No, like he really went in on this thing. There's 32 songs. I just I don't think I could. I don't think I could do it.
I can't do it either, man, because I'm still thinking about Drop It Like It's Hot.
Drop It Like It's Hot. Juice and Gin.
Man,
I
bruh.
mean, you know,
like
Sexual Eruption.
Man, wow. Looks like we got some songs to remix for him. But I think my biggest thing is like, who's discipling Snoop? Like, can we get a documentary of the transformation of what the gospel did to him? Yeah, I think the climate has made it so welcoming for these artists like Chance and then Snoop to want to come out and say that anyone could put out a gospel album. And I think it is part of this whole diluting the common believer, the everyday churchgoer, the blending and the meshing of genres to dilute, because people don't care about what you say in your songs. They care about, do you have a lifestyle to match? And I think that's where the seasoned veterans in the faith is going to be like, I ain't even thinking about it. And it's sad that nobody's G-checking none of these other people saying, yo, are we amongst them or should we be coming from among them? There's nothing wrong with reaching them, but man, Snoop Dogg's gospel album, who's next? 50 Cent?
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to figure out who the audience for that's gonna be, because, you know, gospel heads aren't really going to be checking for an album from Snoop because of what you just said. Like, at what point did you become converted, Snoop, and feel compelled, you know, that your relationship with God is to the point where you want to put out a gospel album to influence the people? So they're going to be kind of like, I'm not really checking for that because it's not really going to minister to me. And then his, you know, core fans aren't going to be checking for a gospel album because it's Snoop Dogg and they're probably gangbangers and white people.
Now, if Dr. Dre's producing, I'm just joking. if this thing is well produced, but still,
it probably is well produced. I mean, I don't know if it's Dre, but
no, it's not Dre. But what I'm saying is like, man, how, like, you got all the old heads, unless it's a very soulful album. Now, if it's soulful and it's that old school black church that most of his fan base grew up on, then he might got a chance. He might got a chance because he's definitely doing it different than what Kanye and Chance did, you know, featuring these artists on one song. But now he's coming for, I hope this is a transformation. I mean, I don't know Snoop. I don't spend time with Snoop, and but if he puts this thing out and he changes his life, man, and cleans it up, man, that'd be amazing. But I thought he did make a deal with the devil. He did say it in one of his songs. So I don't know if this is, but I will warn people that the devil got a kingdom too. And this, if there's no lifestyle change, then this is designed to change the way we live in Christian terms. So that's crazy, bro. And it's a double disc, man. Karen Lance. No, that's he played for the Pacers. Rance Allen. It's just
wow,
bro. They so old, bro. I forgot their names, bro. I'm shocked they didn't even get what's his name. What's his name from Detroit?
Dietrich Haddon?
Yeah, Dietrich.
I mean, yeah. I wouldn't have been surprised to see him on there. Yeah, I personally will probably be passing on that one. But
yeah, man, I gotta keep my life on the straight and narrow. I don't want to be a part of that wave. But you know, if Snoop changed his life, and you know, it go hard. But even I was never really a fan of Snoop Dogg's rap style anyway.
From the jump, yeah, not really so much. I think he's overrated. I think his voice is it's really unique, and I think that kind of helps him out a lot.
Yeah,
his voice and his image. But as far as actually just bars, like, I don't think I personally have ever heard a Snoop verse that I was just like, oh, bars. Oh, he just killed it.
Nah, I just think he just has a unique look, and he became a pop culture symbol.
Exactly.
which lucked him out, because if he was just a regular guy, he wouldn't have survived.
No, I don't think so. All right, we'll move on from there. Oh, by the way, I while we're on the topic of music, I listened to Lecrae's album. For the People of the Good Guys podcast. For a long time, I have been against, I guess I could say, Christian hip hop, and normally don't listen to it. And it's gotten a lot better. It's gotten a lot better. I think I'm holding a grudge from back in the early days when it was just absolutely terrible. Bro, you didn't in my opinion,
you didn't like Gospel Gangsters, bro.
Gospel Gangsters went hard.
Listen,
that
bro,
is the one aberration.
Listen, Gospel Gangsters was the truth, bro. That album still knocks this day. I played it the other day.
To this day, that Gospel Gangsters album goes hard. But that is the exception. Thank you for bringing that back up. I'm going to go bump Gospel Gangsters as soon as we get off this podcast. However, normally I'm against Christian hip hop. It has gotten better. I do like Andy Mineo.
Wow. And you're the only one that pronounces his name correctly. Mineo. The rest of us says Andy Mineo, but Mineo, hey.
Actually, is that, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think you're wrong, bro. Andy Mineo.
No, I think I'm wrong. No, it's Mineo.
Wow.
Say it with me. Mineo. That's what he says in the song. All right. So he's cool. I also listened to Lecrae's most recent album, and I actually liked it. It's actually pretty good.
Honestly, I think
Lecrae can spit.
Honestly, I think it's his best work, man.
All jokes aside, Lecrae can spit.
I just feel bad for Lecrae, man. I think he's really feeling the effects of why you should keep politics to yourself, and why you should keep certain things to yourself, because it's affecting his money. And I'm not saying what he did was wrong. It just bothers me though, because I'm like, why is everybody so pro-black when nobody's really pro-Christian? How can you say you're pro-black, but you don't even want to be pro-Christian? It's like this culture of Christian hip hoppers and genre of young believers is putting their skin color before the color red that was shed for them. And I think that's what bothers me, is that they want to toss it up to the white evangelicals. I was like, why is the church bothered by black church and white evangelicals when the Bible says they would know you're different because of your love for one another? And if the Bible does read that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, what agenda is being pushed from? Are these people no longer discipled anymore? Is just everybody enraged by race? Like, this whole race thing is an agenda. I see right through it, in my opinion.
You're going to have to fill me in. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. So basically there's been this whole beef between, when the different black young men were gunned down by police, and the whole Kaepernick wave where, police brutality against unarmed black men was at its peak. Certain artists would speak about it, but there was this wave of your predominantly white fan base that was attacking these artists like Lecrae, Thizzle, Andy Mineo, whatnot. And Lecrae began to voice how he doesn't want to be known as a Christian rapper. And so that the mixture of not wanting to be a Christian rapper plus the tone of I'm pro-black and all that really rubbed his 97.6% white fan base. But my question to them is, social media is a very small bubble to the people at large that support you. And so I think they were getting this backlash from these young white evangelical, quote unquote, because when Trump got into office, a lot of these evangelical circles were really supporting Trump, and then Trump's remarks towards minorities. And so these artists were very, 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 very vocal, to the point to where the person like me who's in the middle is looking at it like, but at the same time, I understand where he's coming from, because he said a year ago he was, at a very low place. That's when he started doing songs with Ty Dolla $igns. It's just certain things that we have to be careful as musicians and preachers and those who share the gospel on how we move, even when we're frustrated or upset. So I think he was beginning to feel the effects on his tour. Like, last album, Anomaly, sold over 90,000 records the first week. This album only sold 20,000 certain records in the first week. So you're talking about 60 something thousand. Like, like you feel that.
Right.
Especially when you 90,000 in the first week, and then now this new wave, you only sell about 30,000 or so. And then you get outsold by NF. NF sells up to 60 or 50, 70,000 first week. So that's why I just think certain things should be, there's nothing wrong with voicing the brutality and the stuff that's going on. But as believers, I think we should be cautious on attacking other people groups, even if they're wrong, when we should understand this is not a black and white agenda. It's a good and evil agenda. It's a satanic versus God agenda. And I think that affected them. And so you have this new wave of artists and people who are denouncing the Christian faith and championing or bitter for being oddly placed in the white church. And I laugh at that because for years they left the black church talking about how ill-equipped and illogical they are. And then you run to these white churches. And then when you find out they don't understand you all the way, now you're displaced. And now you want to scurry back into the black side, but you done already burnt those bridges. So I just think these artists are in a very peculiar place that they probably didn't even have to be in if they were a little bit more mature. But who am I? I'm not Lecrae. I'm not these people. But at the same time, what agenda are you pushing? A pro-black message or we don't wrestle against flesh and blood? I'm not going to go against the white evangelicals or vice versa. That's just pretty much the 2 to 3 minutes version of what's been going on last year and a half that you have been absent for.
No, I've heard some stuff. With Lecrae. Most of the stuff I heard was based off of him, not wanting to be identified as a Christian rapper and kind of going down that road. And then I think what was it? Was it a Grammy or a Dove Award or some kind of award?
He shot out a bunch of like secular people versus, I don't know.
And they were just saying, if you don't want to be identified as a Christian artist, then don't accept, don't accept the award for best Christian, hip hop artist or whatever the award was. But it was Christian based award for being the best Christian, either hip hop artist or artist, period. So I think, I heard about that, and that's kind of what I thought was the biggest reason why his sales went down, because you definitely can't say that you don't want to identify as a Christian artist, because that's going to affect.
Keep getting Grammys for Christian categories.
You're Christian. Say what now?
And then you're getting Christian Grammys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then you're ostracizing yourself from the fan group that, really that you built and that supports you.
And also, yeah. I think he's going to feel the effects that Kirk Franklin felt, because when you think about it, I said this in a video once. I was like, I don't have to have a Christian plumber to do maintenance, but I do need a Christian individual to do ministry. And if a person is on your album and they're not, and you're only picking them because of their talent versus time spent discipled, then that could be dangerous for a young believer who's now going to go to listen to Ty Dolla $igns, who's going to now start listening to Chance, who's going to start listening to these artists. And there's nothing wrong with being distinct if you're dope. If you're a Christian rapper and you dope, own it. Yes, I'm a Christian rapper and I'm coming for all of y'all. No, I'm a Christian rapper, but I'm dope. It's like people now, it just bothers me. Now, I don't know what it's like to be in their shoes, but it just bothers me because you can't be private about your faith, And I understand the title may hurt your pockets, but who's your provider? If you're dope and God is with you, then carry that name with pride versus, well, I'm just a rapper. But then I bet you, BD, when they go to the other side, they're not going to be accepted. You don't got Chance's fan base. You do not have Kanye's fan base.
No, they're not. And I feel like it was just unnecessary. Like you said, if you're a Christian rapper, but you want to be respected for your emceeing skills, that's cool. You can, I don't know, Andy Mineo and NF, they're both, Christians, but they can spit. And there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to go out of your way to say, I'm not a Christian rapper. I'm not a Christian rapper. like if your content just kind of evolves and it's less, there's not Jesus in every single line, then, but it's still, inspirational based or Christian based, cool. Like, I don't think anybody would really have that much of a problem or maybe even notice so much. But to just go out and stand on, a soapbox and say, I'm not a Christian rapper, it's just like, okay, dude, I mean, fine. Like, maybe we won't support you anymore.
Exactly. And I think that's where, you cannot burn the bridge where your fan base built you. You can't burn that.
Right.
Because they built you. It wasn't Chance's fans. It wasn't the secular fan that built you. And it's already too late. You came hard with Jesus music. Like when you come out a certain way, people
came super hard.
So my thing is, like, the reason there's a difference between Lecrae and NF. NF didn't start gospel heavy. He didn't start like super us against the world. That's on you, Lecrae. And or anyone that thinks it, because I seem like the whole Reach camp, besides like KB and Triple E, are adopting those philosophies. And I'm like, don't follow him in that direction, because the devil ain't just gonna let you win over there. He ain't just gonna let you go over there and change shop. You're gonna get bit. You're gonna get destroyed. And it's best to just be in a community. Nobody really knows who's his pastors and who their pastors are. Where are they saying about their decisions? Because at the end of the day, that's very dangerous from someone that's been not in the game, but has been in ministry for a while. You can see the end of that. The grass ain't green over there. When you go over there, you're gonna have to compromise even more to gather their attention. So my question to anyone who doesn't want the Christian name: what's your desired outcome? To outreach people? Like, there was a difference between being Jesus and being a Pharisee. Jesus was just a different version of them. But I don't know, B. I just think, it ain't going to end well. And it sure has. For this album to be that dope, a lot of people I know personally did not listen because of that.
Right.
Like, didn't listen because it was like, oh, that's like anybody. You don't want to be my friend no more? Okay.
Right. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. I mean, it's nothing. Definitely not trying to bash Lecrae or anything. Like I said,
he's dope.
He could actually spit, and it's a dope album.
Oh, the best.
But yeah, it was just kind of unnecessary, and it's unfortunate that, like you said, that probably caused a lot of people not to listen to it. But you got to move a certain way, man. You got to watch how you move out here in these streets.
But my thing is, everybody who was overly vocal got their head cut off. Jesus laid his life down. Like, when you move like Jesus, you'll know how to say things, when to say it, and when to back out, versus screaming to the high heaven your beliefs.
Right.
And you're a Christian first. You're not even a black man no more. Like black is second. I'm recognized as a believer first, then black. I can't champion a color when a color that none of y'all died for me. So if I'm going to carry anything, I'm going to carry Jesus, because he is no color. He's colorless. And this whole race thing is creeping into the church, and it's pathetic. It's seeming like these people who went to these seminaries should have known what the Bible says about wrestling against flesh and blood. Yes, it doesn't matter who gets gunned down. It doesn't matter what race and agenda that's out there. As far as me and my household, we're going to serve the Lord, and we're going to be covered by the Lord, and we're going to do the Lord's work, period.
Right.
So I digress.
All right. Cool. All right. So enough of that. We won't be checking out the Snoop Dogg Bible of Love album.
I might listen to
anytime
it just to kind of, because I am in the culture. I'm acting like I'm a rapper, man. But anyway,
Josh will be bumping the Snoop Dogg Bible of Love album.
Yeah, I gotta hear it. I mean,
we'll stay tuned for your album review.
Yeah, I would definitely give it an album review. The dual disc, First Testament, Second Testament, New Testament, Old Testament. So, I'll check it out.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the Super Bowl, since that is the topic of discussion. So we are recording this podcast before the actual Super Bowl. So when you guys hear this, the Super Bowl winner will already be decided. But you will get to hear our predictions of who's going to win the Super Bowl And we'll see who's actually right after tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You'll probably find out tomorrow morning.
Or if it drops before the game and you are un-American. No, hold on. Don't say un-American. You're just not pro football and you listen to this during the Super Bowl, then there you go. You might know beforehand. Our predictions.
That's just true. So tonight, for those who don't know, the Philadelphia Eagles will be playing the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. It's Tom Brady's opportunity to win, I think, his 6th Super Bowl. And the Eagles, who are without their starting quarterback, Carson Wentz, they've got backup Nick Foles, will be trying to win, I think, their first ever. I'm not sure. But Joshua Ezzy, who will win the Super Bowl?
I think the New England Patriots are going to win off a pick 6.
Didn't you
last
predict
minute
that like in college when we were watching? What was it, the Colts and the Bears or something
Bruh,
like that?
I predicted.
And then it actually happened.
It actually happened. I predicted what it was, 2 interceptions or something like that.
I don't know about 2, but you definitely predicted 1.
It was yeah.
It was kind of weird.
Yeah, I predicted that 1 interception. I'm telling you, I think New England's going to win off a defensive play, pick 6. I would say 24-17.
24-17 New England off of a pick 6.
Or, whatever 24 minus 6 points. Oh,
well, I mean, they'll kick the field goal after that, though.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Like 24, what did I say, 17, 18, 24?
You said 17.
All right, 24-17.
24-17 Patriots for Josh. I'm going to be honest. I can't do it. I can't pick against Tom Brady. I'm sorry. I wanted to make it interesting, but I can't. Here's why.
Go ahead.
I've been watching
the Tom versus Time?
Tom versus Time on Facebook Watch.
Man,
Bruh.
First off,
have you watched those?
Yes, I've watched every single one but the 4th one, man. After he kissed his son in the mouth.
I'm through the first 2, and I can't pick against
them. Oh, my God.
I can't.
So you haven't seen the 3rd one?
No, I haven't seen the 3rd one, so don't spoil it. Well, you can. I don't care. I'm going to watch it anyway.
Honestly, bro, Tom's a beast, but at the same time, bro, the 3rd episode bothered me.
Yeah?
He kissed his son in the mouth for a long period of time.
Whoa.
That alone lets me know they're going to win the Super Bowl.
How does that let you know that they're going to win?
After that, I knew it was bigger than just football.
Wow.
After that, after I saw that, I figured this is bigger than football. Well, you got to watch the clip. His son comes in the room, talks about his fantasy football, right? And I'm not here talking about no father-son relationship. What a man does with his, well, hold on. First off, well, anyway, let me explain. So the son comes in talking about his fantasy football about some defensive end or something, whoever said. And then Tom was like, what do I get? And so his son walks over there and kisses his dad on a lip. Mind you, Tom Brady's getting massaged by his guru, fitness consultant, whatever his name is. The son kissed his father, right? And then Tom was like, that wasn't good, or that wasn't good enough. So the son comes back and they hold the kiss for about 3 seconds.
How many seconds?
It was longer than the peck. He held it for a good 2.5, 3 seconds. Not no kissing like a man and a woman, just lip to lip.
Right.
And then the son backs away, looks uncomfortable, wipes the saliva off his mouth, and leaves the room. And so it caused a huge story because people was very disgusted by it. But didn't Tom Brady kiss Robert Kraft, and don't they kiss on the mouth and stuff? I don't know. It's just odd. That's all I'm gonna say. And when I saw that, I was like, you know what? For them to be okay with showing that really lets me know that this thing is deeper. And I'm not gonna get into because that's none of my business. I'm not in the devil's work. But it just makes it seem like, okay, he's
boy.
Okay, BD. Are you gonna
conspiracy coming?
Are you gonna kiss your son for 3 seconds in the mouth?
Never.
I'm not gonna even ever kiss my son.
Ever.
Like my lips should
not
never,
in the mouth.
Not.
I'll kiss them all over the cheeks and forehead, but not in the mouth.
When they're a baby, but his son is like 9 years old.
No.
So my thing is like remember when Will Smith did the same thing to Jaden Smith? You remember?
No.
You remember when he kissed his son on public, and his son tried to run away, and he kissed his son in the mouth, Jaden?
Oh, no, I don't remember that.
It's just and they do what they want to do, but at the same time, it made me uncomfortable, and it made me realize that maybe the Toms and the Jordans are a part of the overall web for specific outcomes, for specific pushes of a movement or agenda. But who am I? I just know when I saw the third episode, I was very uncomfortable, and I was like, Tom's going to win his 6th Super Bowl.
All right. Well, I took it a totally different way. I was just looking at the
no. Honestly, okay. That aside, BD, the man's still a beast. And the thing about Tom Brady, I can relate to a Tom, not besides kissing the son in the mouth, but I can relate to a Tom and a Jordan because
right. Mm-hmm.
because I connect to that work ethic, man. When I see Tom, when I saw him doing the whole video footage, the rewinding, like, man, when you get deep into the mental game of anything, you are the best.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because he's not athletic.
No.
It's mind over matter to him, and everybody else is matter over mind. And they're big, strong, look like gods and quote unquote. But Tom is like this wiry white guy who has a subtle arrogance about him. There's this goat about him. And that's just very intriguing. And I think he's the best ever. I just hope that is nothing evil and sinister behind it. But, maybe white people kiss their kids in the mouth. So maybe not even nothing demonic. But it's one thing to peck your kid in the mouth, but to put that on TV, just kind of, if I was a producer, we're not putting that on TV, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, but yeah, no, I like I said, the work ethic was what stood out for me. I was actually pretty inspired. Like I'm enjoying it.
I went to the gym right after.
It's just, yeah, I did too. I literally went to the gym right after that. I was like, you know what? I'm going to be the best at whatever I do. I'm going to make the sacrifices. What did he say? What are you willing to sacrifice to be great?
Man,
that really spoke to me.
That really spoke to me, but I hope he didn't have to sacrifice anything to be great. But honestly, I can connect to him. I think a lot of people can, because when they showed his 40, what's that thing called? 40-yard, whatever it's called. I mean,
sprint. Oh yeah, that looked terrible.
It looked terrible, but man, like that inspired me to say, hey, like, forget what everybody has to say. I can be great. And that's what I'm after. Like, I'm really after BD, really deeply trying to be the best ever since he did it. Like, that's my motto. When Jesus said greater works, I want to be second best to only him. And that's what I'm after. But you have people to understand you got to work to be great.
Right. It takes a lot of work. It takes dedication. It takes sacrifice. And, yeah, I mean, you can't listen to what other people say. Like, there are people that would say, Josh, you're crazy. You can't be the second best teacher just next to Jesus. But you can't listen to, the naysayers. Like, Tom Brady just won the MVP at the age of 40. Like, you had all kind of naysayers. You had Max Kellerman on First Take saying, oh, Tom Brady, this is the year he falls off. He just won MVP.
Yep.
At the age of 40.
That's how you shut people up. You shut it down, they shut up.
So you can do whatever, you can do whatever God's calling you to do. You can be the best at it. It just takes hard work. It takes dedication. And that's what I took from that. So with that said, I'm going to have to pick the Patriots too. I don't think it's going to be that close, to be honest.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I feel
their
like
defense is nice though. The Eagles is, man. They got a good defense.
They are, but it's Tom Brady. He's gonna carve them up, man. He's had 2 weeks,
honestly, bro,
to watch film.
The thing about Tom Brady, man, these teams do not like. He's such a god to them. Like if
they be scared.
They be scared, but you up 10, you up 20. Like
right.
Put your foot on their neck. That shows the difference between the psychological effects versus the physical effects. You can be physically more dominant than any team, but if you have the psychological edge, you can still win. Like everybody's butt tight when Tom has got the ball. They're like, I know we up 10, but you know what he did last year against Atlanta? I know we
exactly.
And once that happens, it's in your head. Greatness says the only voice in my head is mine. And any odds that's in front of me, I can conquer. And that's what separates the Jordans and the Toms versus the LeBrons and everybody else.
That's why I don't think the Eagles can win. I just don't. The Falcons were up 28-3.
Oh my God. Bro.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Even if you Eagles come out and you get a 3-touchdown lead, you still can't relax. Your butt is tight because you know
your butt is tight.
That they could still come back at any time. And I just don't think they can do it.
Tom is just too great. Whatever I just said in the previous part of the podcast was just satire, joking around, still made me uncomfortable, but just wanted to add a little twist to the conversation. But at the end of the day, like everything I do, I try to get the mental edge in. I really try to stretch my mind. Like, you know, people get so physically fit and all that kind of stuff. But man, like everything in life's a mental game first, man. Like every aspect of any sport, any life has a science to it, has a formula to it. And if you master your formula, you can fulfill what you're supposed to do. Like you have a formula and God has a formula, like an A plus B equals this. Like there's a formula to what's going to make you fantastic, what's going to make you dope. And I just think people are not willing to really hone in on themselves. Like every day you don't utilize to grow is a wasted day, yo. Like Tom, man, that was beautiful, man. Like he spent hours on the whole little hip twist thing with the throw. Like I'm like, bruh, the guy said most people try to increase themselves by 5%. The greats only try to increase 1%, and that's 1%. Real.
That was so dope. I was like, man, that's so dope because it's like, yeah, and the average person doesn't want to put in all that work just for 1%, but that's what separates the great people, individuals from the average. They will go through all of that just for that 1%, just to be 1% better than you, because over a span of time, that 1% is gonna exponentially grow. If they're getting 1% better than you every year, in 5 years, they're 5% better than you.
Exactly.
10 years, they're 10% better than you. Like all they need is that 1%.
And the good thing about it is most people are not willing to put the time in. So if you put the time in, you're going to always be better than someone that does it for half the time, especially if you're focused in what you're working towards. Like that 1% growth was like motivating me every day. Like even if you grow 0.5% a day in the span of a year, bro, like, and so I took that to heart, man. And that's why I connect to the Jordans and the Tom Brady's, because I was like, their mental strength is unmatched, bro. Like I lost last week in pickup basketball, and I still can't stop thinking about it. Now I know exactly why I lost the game. I didn't close out quick enough, and the guy hit the game winning shot on me, and I haven't forgot it, you know. And I'm like, when I come back Monday, he's not getting that shot off. And it was Daryl Austin. So Daryl, I know you're not listening, but Daryl Austin Jr., I'm coming for you. I told you when I walked out the gym, I said, I beat you the week before, and I understood you was going to come back the next week, and you did. You beat me. But Daryl, I'm coming for you Monday, tomorrow. Wow. Be there.
Well, if you still got the jumper from high school, he's got a pretty quick release. So
yeah, you got to close out, man. You got to really close out, and you got to be physical with him. You cannot allow him to get a. Why is this podcast talking about Daryl? Okay,
we're giving a detailed breakdown on how to defend Daryl Austin.
That's just how competitive I am. I'm like, man, I know next time you're not getting that shot off.
Fair enough. We're both going with the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I'm kind of a Tom Brady fan a little bit now, just a little bit.
Yeah, I was always a Tom Brady fan. I just didn't know he kissed his son on the mouth. But I'm a Tom Brady fan, bro. I mean, You gotta respect it, B. You gotta respect it.
You gotta respect. I always respect greatness, man. Anyway, we're gonna move on to my favorite segment of the Good Guys podcast, and that is Smash or Pass.
This one's a good one, bro.
This is a good one. And as usual, I'll go ahead and give a disclaimer for those who may be listening for the first time. We are not talking about Smash or Pass in the context of popular social media where they are talking about males and females. This is the Good Guys podcast. And we are talking about food.
Just food.
Would you smash?
Just food.
Or would you pass? So today's Smash or Pass comes from it's a food truck. Based out of Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay.
They're actually on a hiatus right now.
I bet.
But it was actually a show on the OWN network back in, I want to say 2015, a couple years ago. And it was called Too Fat to Fly. And they make stuffed chicken wings.
You know what? I know exactly why they're on a hiatus.
Why is that?
They ain't letting us know how they stuff these chicken wings, bro. FDA, the FDA came and was like, "Hold up, bro. This is how do y'all stuff these chicken wings?"
You know what? That might be a decent theory.
Yeah, man.
I do not understand for the life of me how it's not working for them. Like, number one, you got Oprah to give you a TV show. Me and my wife used to watch it. It was a pretty entertaining show.
It was all about their wings, or it was about just other stuff on their menu?
That's all they have is wings. Like, that's what they do. But yeah, it was about them, trying to come up, start their own business. She's trying to highlight, Black entrepreneurs. So, the ups and downs of starting a business and things like that. I mean, it was a good show. I was mad that it went off the air, but
bro, there's no way. There's no way you could stuff a small wing, bro, and get away with it. There's no way. Now, if you was stuffing a chicken breast, man, come on, stuffing a wing, bro. That wing ain't right, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I never questioned it. I never did. It just seemed like such a great concept.
I question everything, bro.
I wanted to believe in it.
Bro,
and so
if it's a drum, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll let you finish what you do, bro.
No, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, I just like when you were watching the show, you could kind of see that their work ethic, going back to what we talked about in the previous topic, their work ethic wasn't exactly the best.
See, their
business acumen wasn't exactly the best.
Yeah.
And so I think, I remember me and my wife having those conversations like, if I was running a business, like, I would be doing this. Like, I'd be grinding. Like, I'd be doing this. I'd be trying to do that.
So they were just being kind of lazy, just because Oprah got me a shot, I'm just going to chill.
I mean, I don't want to say like just straight lazy. Like, it's not like that didn't work, but I don't know. They were just kind of a little bit too goofy with it. Like, I don't know. You got to be serious about that thing. Like,
yeah, man. And and I think that's where it comes down to. Now that you gave me the backstory, and it's just that level of excellence, man. And that's why when you first told me about it, and I actually went to the website, I was just like, man, I don't know if I can trust who's cooking these wings. Like, if it was just wings by itself, like, it's one of those places where you're guaranteed, like, it's good, but if you eat there on a regular basis, you're going to get food poisoning like twice out of your experiences with them. Like, it's one of those things that's the practice of stuffing the chicken wings and frying it to the right temperature and not overcooking the inner stuff. Like, something's going to come out not cooked well.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that you mention it, like, I never really thought about it like that. But thinking about it just logistically, putting something into the chicken wing and then you still have to cook it and making sure that the temperatures are right, because you can't get it wrong with chicken.
No, you get it wrong. Like your stomach is messed up.
Like, you're really messed up. Like, that's probably that may have played a role in their downfall.
That's why no one ever stuffed anything with the bone still in it. Like, you, like that, dude, like let's go back in history, man. Like that's a great idea on paper, but actually putting into practice, that's difficult. That's why you stuff chicken breast. You don't stuff stuff with the bone, bruh.
Right.
Because when I bite into it, man, like, dog, I don't need no dirty rice in my chicken wing, bruh. I don't need no macaroni and cheese in my chicken wing. I don't mind it along the side, but if you stuff a chicken breast, bruh, that's good eating. I question everything, man. It sounded good when I looked at it, and I was like, stuffed chicken wings. I was like, bruh, I don't even got to use a fork. All I got to do, I got 1 meal in a wing. Then my mom was like, bruh, a wing is small.
Right.
Like, do you fry the chicken first, then cut it open, then stuff it? Like, bruh, I don't got time.
Man, you've completely changed my perspective on these. I always thought it was like the greatest thing I'd ever heard of. When I watched the show, I was so mad.
It is. That's the great. I mean, think about that, bruh. That's a genius concept. But when you take time to really dissect that thing,
right,
you're like, nah, bro, I ain't eating that, bro. And when you told me who was doing it and the lazy effort, I would rather trust, Mary and Chelsea stuffed chicken wings than I would Tyrone and Big Mama's.
For real?
Yeah, man. Because
Mary and Chelsea are going to make sure that it's FDA approved at the correct temperature.
Listen, what black restaurant have you gone to where they stuck that silver thing in their food to check the temperature?
No.
White people do that. White people and other cultures do that.
You got to eye that thing. We just eye it. But you can't eye stuffed chicken wings.
I'm like, but Big Mama got glaucoma. Big Mama got glaucoma. Right. How's she gonna use her eyes? Back 20 years ago, her eyes was perfect.
And you can't eye stuffed chicken wings like that. I need you to stick the thing in there.
Stick the thing in that thing, man. This is not your kitchen at the house. Mm-mm. You can eye test that thing, but when I'm paying $4.75, when I'm paying $6.88 for something, I need you to put that silver thing in there and check the temperature.
Yeah, I need you to.
Yeah, man. That's why I don't really go to, honestly, bro, no offense. I'm not saying all black businesses or all minority businesses or even white business. I don't know, whatever color it is. If you
don't you dare say something disrespectful right now.
Disrespectful to who? The white black people?
I'm just saying, don't say anything disrespectful.
Listen. I don't mind eating black people's food at their home or at I'm talking about my go-to black people, the people I trust cooking. Okay. But I don't know about restaurants, man. I don't know about their restaurants. I don't name one black owned. Okay, let me stop. Not black owned, but like hood restaurants that you could really just your stomach hasn't been messed up before. Exactly. Exactly. Listen, man. One thing about the coach, I'm gonna keep it real. You see, I'm not pro-black. I'm pro-Christ first. I love my black people. I love my Africans and my African. I love black people, but man,
it's just a part of the experience. It's a part of the experience. You just have to know that's coming.
You know your stomach's gonna be mad. I went to Bobbio, bruh. Do you understand? I have not been to Bobbio since that one time I had that 2 stomach issues.
Oh, I gotta come back to Charlotte.
No, man. Bobby hasn't been there, man. Mr. Bobbio, don't leave. When I saw the people in the kitchen and I saw that one looked like he was dropped out of high school and just got a job because he's in a family. When I bit into those wings, it was good at the moment, bro. That's one thing about these restaurants. It tastes good. But then you see that one little pink thing, you're like, oh, that's nothing wrong with that. That's just, But about time what sucks about Bobbio's is 40 minutes from the house. My stomach started bubbling about time I was halfway through W.T. Harris. Man, I had to go 60 miles per hour to get to the house because you can't let that go. You let that go, you got to change your seats.
Oh, wow.
I said, man, after that moment, because I was pro Bobbio's. They was all on my Instagram story. I was Snapchatting. I was inviting the people out. Right. I ain't been back since, man. Once you mess up my stomach that bad twice, bruh, you're done to me.
Bobbio's is so good. Oh gosh, Bobbio's is
so
good.
They're good, but those type of restaurants are spotty. Like if they don't have no most restaurants, they got the little laminated sheet of exactly how much to pour, exactly how long to do it. So every thing comes out perfect. Most of these restaurants,
no, they don't use those.
They don't use that. And if you put the wrong cook back there or a new cook or someone, he had a bad day, man, everything's bad. Man, how's my what's those beans called? They make baked beans?
Baked beans.
Why is my baked beans runny? There's no way my baked beans and my macaroni and cheese should be runny. That's the number one sign.
On a bad day.
Nah, bro.
That's the risk you run. I mean, But
that's why I run to other restaurants. Like I go to Whole Foods, man, because I know.
Here you go with your Whole Foods.
Oh, because if
go to the chicken box.
No, chicken box don't give you no refund. Chicken box don't even give you receipts. Chicken box.
What do you need a receipt for,
bruh?
Are you gonna give the food back?
Always look at me and say, if you do not like this, you can always bring it back.
Oh, that's a bull.
No, I have done it. When the pizza was kind of just, I'm picky. When my pizza was, I was like, yeah, my crust is a little bit tough. And I ate half the pizza. Don't worry, we'll take it. Go give me my money back and I'll go get another slice.
Yeah, try that at Chicken Box and see what
they're going to look at you.
If you don't get the heck up.
That's exactly what they're going to do. I'm like, bro, if you run a respectable business, make sure that I feel received. That if I do come back and I don't quite enjoy what you have given me, can I give it back?
Yeah, go ahead and try to get away.
Exactly. It's the business acumen, Brandon. Business is what makes the world go round, not know, well, I got your cash and that's it. My thing is, any establishment that receives consumers' money should ensure the consumer is always happy. Your product, you can't come, if you got a bad day, close the place down. I'd rather for you to be closed than to be open and you trying to cook on a bad day, because right now, Bobby O's has lost what was once a very loyal customer, a very loyal, vocal customer. And I haven't been back since because of a bad day. 2 bad days.
When I come to Charlotte, we're going to Bobby O's.
If we're going to Bobby O's, man, I'm going to be like, can I go in the back to see if those beans are tight and stuck together? Can I make sure the macaroni and cheese is full of cheese? And no, I don't want to see nothing running. And I'm not getting their roasted chicken no more, man. I'm getting their fried chicken.
Nobody told you to get roasted chicken in the first place.
Hey, bro, listen, man.
It's a barbecue joint.
Man, listen. There's this place. Well, I'll take it to this other barbecue spot, man. Bobby O's, man. I'll give it.
It better not be no healthy, antibiotics free barbecue joint. I don't want that mess.
No nitrates, no.
No nitrates, no. No, I don't. Gluten free. I don't want that.
BDB want that meat with the rib meat in it. When I used to get the bag, I was like, rib meat? I was like, what's rib meat? Hey, man, listen, I'm a new man. But I will, once you come down here, if you come down here, for one, we'll go to wherever you got to go. I'm just going to make sure I bring a bottle of Tums and Pepto-Bismol. Just in case.
What you got to do. It's just a part of the experience. Just have it on
ready. Man, nobody wants to be on the toilet more than they are in front of their food, dog. I don't want that.
Hey, man, like I said,
I'm just saying, man, if you bout your business, be consistent. And and that speaks for everyone, even myself. My goal is to be even more consistent. But, man, I be getting like 50, 70 messages a day. But at the same time, I just be like, man, I'm not getting this stuffed chicken, man, because it sounds great on paper, man. But, man, I even looked at the chicken wing. I'm like, bruh, is that dirty rice inside of it?
I wouldn't order that one. That doesn't sound like a good option.
What other options did they have?
The one with the macaroni and cheese.
And they got sauces dripped on top of it.
That, like I said, that's the dirty rice edition or whatever. That doesn't look appetizing. But a stuffed wing with mac and cheese on the inside, I think.
But, bruh, could you really see yourself? What in the world? So I get 2 stuffed wings plus 4 classic wings for $11.50.
$11 for 6 wings?
For 6 wings, 2 stuffed, BD, 2 stuffed, and 4 classic wings for $11. See, that's your problem. Y'all money hungry.
Oh, I can't do that.
Man, I bet.
Three
Huh?
wings for $10?
2 stuffed wings plus 4 classic wings, meaning non-stuffed, for $11.50.
Okay, it comes with 2 sides, Josh. It comes with 2 sides.
$11.50? Give me 6 stuffed wings then. 2 sides. I should be getting 2. So a quick pick: 3 stuffed wings for $10
with 2 sides. Nah,
bruh. But the wings, my size is gonna be bigger than the wing.
There better be some big sides,
man. I better walk out with.
Better be some good.
I better walk out with the hood foam with the little plastic top on top of it with the big. I'm talking about the pint size. I better have a pint size to go. I mean, size.
3 to 4 stuffed chicken wings for $7.29. I think that's why they failed. I think that's the reason.
The money part.
I think there's so much effort involved in actually stuffing the wings that they have to charge a lot of money per wing. It's like so much effort goes into one wing. And so you have to charge exorbitant prices. And people are not. I'm not paying $7 for 3 wings.
And look how many size options you give me. You give me crispy fries, cheese grits, smoked chicken salad, which I'm definitely not doing. Baked cheese potato salad, I'm not doing. Hushy pups. Hushy pups? Right.
It's just wrong.
This is just
don't call it hushy pups.
Don't call it hushy pups. Boy, that's something Martha and Chelsea will make. Hushy pups. I'll eat their hushy pups.
Right. That's something I would expect from that cupcake place that sold the red velvet fried chicken. Hushy pups.
Hushy pups, man, and fried okra. Where's the baked beans, bruh? Where's the collard green?
Ain't got no mac and cheese. How you
gonna have stuff? Oh, brother. What if I actually like the macaroni and cheese in the wing and I want some extra?
Right.
Bruh.
They're not being consulted by the right people.
Man, they you know what happened? Sometimes when you get big too soon, you get Oprah too soon, you lose.
I think that's
your work ethic decreases.
I think it was too soon for the whole Oprah thing. I think it was way too soon, and they kind of thought they had made it, and nah.
You could never get comfortable, man. You better. Every wing needs to be on point, bruh. But you charging me $11.50, bruh. You shut down because you ain't paying the bills, bruh. Because ain't nobody coming there buying no wings.
Not paying $7.29 for 3 to 4 stuffed chicken. It better not be 3. It better be 4. Talking about 3 to 4. The website says 3 to 4. Why do I have 3?
Why do I have 3? I need 4, bruh. And
I need 4.
My thing is, have you mastered the original wing first? I should be coming to you because you make good wings first.
Right.
Stuffed wings is like your second thing, even though that's your main attraction. But people can still get a bucket of regular wings, and the stuffed wings is like a. Bruh, they should have just did stuffed chicken breast, bruh.
Yeah, I could get with that.
Imagine some dirty rice and macaroni and cheese and a stuffed breast, bro.
Got your whole meal.
And it's fried, lightly fried on the outside, bro. That thing be good, bro. That'll trump a cordon bleu.
I was about to say, isn't that just the cordon bleu things? You can actually get those at Walmart in the frozen section.
Yeah, man. But I think there's ham in the middle of cordon bleu, though. Full of nitrates and stuff. I can't do it.
Okay. You go with the nitrates. All right, so you're passing on the stuffed chicken wings. I'm gonna try.
No. I'm not passing. Okay. I'll go there and ask for a test. Can I have one a test and I just walk out the place and go home?
Right. So for me, it's like word choice. Like it's semantics here. I'm not going to use the word smash because that just means I'm just going face planting into the wing. I am carefully biting that wing. I am taking it back.
Bruh, I'm eating that wing with a fork and knife. I'm doing surgery.
Exactly. I'm eating it with a fork and knife.
I'm doing surgery on that.
I'm going to be surgical. I'm going to be surgical with that thing.
I'm not going to smash. That's right, BD. I like that. We're not going to smash. We're going to be surgical with it.
We're going to carefully the chicken wings. That's what we're
doing. Man, I'm going to be looking at that thing, looking for everything pink, bruh.
Honestly, pink. Help me, God.
but the thing that sucks about it though, because I know me, you have to pull the stuffing out to see if it's pink, and then you lose the whole experience.
And then I need to examine the stuffing to make sure that's cooked all the way through as well. Because, I mean, I don't want no half-baked macaroni and cheese in there because it didn't get all the way, the meat didn't go all the way through, the heat didn't go all the way through the meat. So, yeah.
And you know what's false? Is it's funny because they got a white person holding the wing on the front page. They knew what they was doing. I see why you got white hands holding the stuff. And your stuffed chicken wing looks so unappetizing. A stuffed turkey leg. See, if you're going to do something, stuff something huge. Stuff something.
Oh, you could stuff a turkey leg.
I'm talking about the Renaissance. Yeah,
you could put a whole
a Renaissance turkey leg, bro.
Oh, with some stuffing and some crap.
Oh, BD crap. Oh, so
JE. We've got $1 million idea.
We're going to be at the next Renaissance Festival this summer. BD. We're going to stuff some turkey legs, and I'm telling you, stuffed turkey legs with dressing, cranberry sauce with the side of funnel cake, a small funnel cake. Oh, man. BD.
You're set.
You set.
You might not be able to make it out of the Renaissance Festival.
Bro, you got no. You got to park your food truck by the parking lot.
Because you're going to want to go out to the car. You're going to have to take a quick nap after that.
Boy, if you deep into the Renaissance Festival, them people ain't going to make it to their cars. You're going to have people dying of heat exhaustion.
Just
lay it out, man. And I'm like, man. My bad, guy. That's why you got to be in the parking lot, man, and just say, hey, man, we got stuffed turkey legs with a side of funnel cake. Oh, man, that's good eating, man. 'Cause them turkey legs back in school, they may not be that big to us now, but back then, them things were huge.
Man, heck yeah, them things was
They sucked, though, man, because they never kept them. They never gave it to you hot.
Yeah.
Them turkey legs was nasty, man, because they be coming to me cold, bro. I'm like, bro, give me that thing fresh out the oven. I can hold it. Give it to me, bro. Give it to me hot, bro. I'm good.
And then you're going to drop it, and then you're going to want your money back. So that's why they do what they do.
Hey, man, all you got to do is, listen, y'all keep walking. I'm not going to eat mine. I'm going to eat mine right at this table.
All right. So we're cautiously approaching the stuffed chicken. And we are smashing our own creation.
Oh, yeah.
The stuffed turkey.
Oh, my God. What would you say? What'd you say you stuff it with, BD?
Stuffing and cranberry sauce.
Oh, my God, BD. Just one side got to be stuffed. Like, keep maintain the turkey experience on the left side of the bone. But stuff the right side, BD? Oh, my God. Imagine open aluminum foil and you just see that cranberry sauce just dripping out with the dressing just saying hello.
Wow.
Well, since we're not culinary chefs, we're not going to be successful with that because I don't know how to cook a turkey leg. So,
yeah, we're not going to ever do that, ever. It sounded like a really good idea, but logistically speaking, we cannot cook. However, if we could, we would make a stuffed turkey leg. We're going to move on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got to move on.
To the next topic, which is something that has been a big deal apparently here lately. Matt Walsh, who is a Christian blogger, spoke out against the practice of yoga. He wrote that practicing yoga is like playing with a Ouija board. He says, you may perform the moves without consciously seeking the demonic trance that they were designed to help you attain, but it would seem you are playing quite literally with fire. Matt Walsh wrote for the Daily Wire. He calls it a pagan practice. Apparently, historically speaking, it is.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it, Josh? How do you feel about Christians doing yoga?
I mean, it's twofold. Environment matters. Environment and the educator both matter. If you're in an environment where you're subconsciously being indoctrinated or infused with different things that do open yourself up, that's where it becomes dangerous. I think, honestly, the bigger picture is beyond yoga, actually. I think people are completely unaware of the demonic realm. The only time people think about demonic stuff is when they're in a movie theater, when they see it on TV. But most people do not understand its involvement with us in everyday life. Like this environment that we walk in is so cluttered with entities that if we only were able to have our scales removed for 10 seconds, we will be closed. We would have our eyes closed that whole time, because what we really see, what's really around us, if we could really see it, and the methods and the agenda and the resources and the tools and the people and everything they use to get access, demons are looking for bodies to function in. And sometimes these practices that's why be very careful of what goes mainstream. Be very careful what goes mainstream. And some of these positions, some of these things that I'm not sitting there saying I studied this. I just got the list today of what we was talking about. But for what I know is, I think a lot of people, one, are just completely aware of the demonic involvement. Now, I understand where he's coming from by the Ouija board, because when people think Ouija board, they immediately think spirits, right? But that was old days. That was when satanic stuff was backyard barns and in the fields, and it wasn't everyday scene. But the devil has moved his approach to being so blatant that it's comical that people can't recognize it. And so I think people don't understand it. They will use methods from ancient gods, recycle them, bring them into mainstream to have the bulk of the people enjoy it, but not knowing that anytime you're detained or in a trance-like state, things enter you. People hear me say this all the time, BD. The word entertainment means enter the detained. TVs are designed, from the commercial to the TV shows, to make sure you are in a trance. Because when you're in a trance-like state, you're not logical, you're not processing. And so the hidden messages that go into your subconscious mind anchors themselves there until it manifests in your real life. And so many people practice these different things, not knowing that why they doing these poses. There could be, based upon the instructor and the environment and whatever, and the culture that comes with it, you're opening yourself up to demonic influence.
Right. Yeah, I don't, it's hard to say like whether or not, like, okay, is it a sin?
If you're doing it for exercise purposes, then it's not a sin. Like if you in there and you just really just stretching, but some of these poses, bruh, do seem unhuman.
Yeah. So some I think it can depend on like where you're doing it, because I think some places maybe are more, like you're switching from one position to the other in like a ritualistic way or whatever.
There we go.
And it's like if you're looking around and it's kind of like, this is kind of weird. Like we're making these movements and it's like, is this just stretching or are we like what's going on?
We grew up with 2-3 go-to stretch moves, bruh. When I see these stretch moves, I'm like, man, that's I'm the type of guy, bruh. If it looks weird, it's weird. Is that so? Personally, I would just tell people to stay away from yoga. Honestly, in my opinion, because first off, you're gonna pull a muscle. Second of all, you're gonna pull a muscle, bruh. Because I be seeing people doing yoga, man. When I used to work at the Y, I'm like, yeah, that's why you sit down for 20 minutes, because you ain't walking to your car right out of yoga. But honestly, bro, there's a lot of things a lot of people need to stay away from, because it's a part of the satanic agenda. If you love yoga to the point to where you're not trying to hear this message, that's proof that you've been demonized.
That's a good point. It probably shouldn't be something that you're just like, because there's some people that came after him, like he just insulted their mother.
Demonization is when you have, or demon influence or heightened human emotion is fruit that you have an idolatrous attachment to something. If you're not willing to hear the other side, then you are idolatrously attached to the other side. You got to be open. I'm not saying open to leave your faith. I'm talking about you got to be open to hear so that you, even when a Muslim comes to me, I got to be open to hear them, not to change my belief, but to better walk around them and treat them, to respect them and understand them. Like, that don't mean I'm a compromise my faith. It just means if someone tells you, yo, I get this all the time, BD, when I mention demonic stuff about TV shows, about certain things, the level of a person's passion comes out immediately. If they be like, oh, okay, word, I ain't think about it like that, you're an open-minded person. But if you like, no way, I love her, she's great, no, it can't be, then you've been hypnotized. You too much in love with it.
Because I think if I did yoga, and you came to me and you said, hey man, I don't know if you know, but back in the day, it used to be a pagan, ritual summoning, demons and stuff like that. I'd be like, oh, word, I didn't know. I thought I was just stretching. And then I would do research on it. And if it was,
I would stop.
I'd probably just find a different way to stretch, to be honest. Man. I mean, it's not.
And I think when you think rituals, and if you know about the satanic culture, like that stuff that they do just seems like something deeper is going on, man. And and if you feel too good afterwards, I don't know, man. Like, I shouldn't feel, people be coming out there eyes glazed over like they done had sex or something, man. I'm like, bro, y'all all right? Like, who touched you? You okay? They walk out of there too relaxed, too open. And I'm like, you walking out of there in a trance-like state, BD. When you come off from a good game, watching TV for a long time, don't you feel like you got to shake yourself out of something? Like when you're into something too deep, and you catch yourself like, oh shoot, I didn't blink for like 30 seconds. That's the way they hypnotize the public, is by getting you connected to certain shows so that you will adopt the way they live. The world today, based upon people groups, are a reflection of what they are idolatrously connected to. So if you told me,
what this kind of reminds me.
Go ahead, BD. Go ahead.
It kind of reminds me of back in high school when I used to play Pokemon.
Yeah.
And Pastor Gould came with the sermon about how it's actually pocket monsters. And my parents took my Pokemon game and they threw it away.
And you jumped in the trash can with it.
I really did. I absolutely did. I went in the trash can and I got it out and I still played it.
Think about that.
I was really mad. I may have been attached demonically. I'm going to be honest, because I was infuriated.
When you're that mad, that means you're dependent on it demonically. Like, they want you, that's their job, man, is to make you be attached to something other than God. And when you are that rebellious uncontrollably that you're willing to jump in the trash can for some cards,
with no regard for my personal health or safety.
Nothing. You just jumped in there head first, bro, like you were in the Olympics for the high dive. I'm like, BD, man, why you got a perfect... That's all you heard. And that was it. I'm over there putting up 10s. I don't even know why I'm putting up a 10 for. I'm like, man, that was good.
Oh, man.
For
I hope it wasn't.
For Pikachu?
I hope it.
You did all that for Pikachu, bro? That lets you know.
I hope it wasn't a demonic attachment, but I really did like it.
It is, bro. People. I'm not the one to cry demon every time, but it hasn't been cried out enough. So when anybody cries it out, oh, there he goes on the demon thing. It's like, do you understand? These individuals are assigned to, man, I don't even want, people ain't gonna want to listen. It's the truth though. Demons are like cops. They have quotas. I'm sure that they talk about, how can I make this person fall? How can I get them to be a part of some pagan practice and not know it? And they care more about yoga than they do the Bible. When it gets to that point, you demonically attached to something and you're opening yourself up to where you a yogi. Now you got shirts. Now you out here champion the campaign, and you're out here saying, no, it's great for you. And like, you don't even know why you're saying that. And it reminds me of some of these churches, man, these people be going to, they be coming out in a trance. Oh my gosh, have you heard my pastor? Oh my gosh, my pastor.
Right. My pastor said this. My pastor said that.
And even churches, and even the church uses hypnotism and don't even know it. People, like, there was hypnotists that were interviewed saying that your common pastor are using, some of them knowingly, hypnotism to get their congregants to follow them anywhere they go.
Wow.
Maybe that's for another podcast, just for time's sake. But when they start doing the music starts going long. The room is dark. The lights are flashing. They tell you to touch your neighbor, go talk to 10 people, go do all these different things. You go do it. Now your body and your mind is subject to their voice. So whenever they tell you to do something, you do it. So when it's time to give, you give. When it's time to do this, you do it. When it's time and when the pastor's off, he tell you to get on your knees, then you do it because you're in a traumatic state. You hypnotize, and this person becomes a deity to you.
Yeah.
So you probably wasn't expecting all that, but I gave you that.
Just got really deep, really dark. But yeah.
Yeah. So is yoga a sin? Man, listen, to me it is. To me it is. Now,
maybe find a different way to stretch.
Find a different way to stretch, man. Just do your basics, man. Just do your toe touches. Do your left to rights. Do your, spin, twist your back, man. Hold your arms, stretch your quads. But man, to be putting your two ankles behind your neck and you doing a handstand, bro. No human can do that without, no, I'm just joking. Someone on the podcast right now, like, oh, I can do it, watch. And you get stuck like that and then watch who's going to be laughing. You can't even grab no phone because never mind.
Yeah, man. All right. That's enough of that.
Yeah, back to the funny. Yeah, I told you, BD. Did I not tell you to start it off? Do not give it to me, bro. I told you, BD, don't be over here like, so Josh, what did you think? Then it's going to go right into deep mode, deep and dark.
I'm sorry. I know. I've got to save you from yourself because you are a preacher.
Bro, you got to save me from me, bro. I would give the people more than what they press play for. Now people quitting yoga. Now people right. Like, well, Dad,
I'm just depressed.
Oh my gosh. Do I gotta? Okay, let me clear this up. Just because you went to go yoga doesn't mean you got a demon in you. Okay. Let me make sure I clarify that. Just because you went to go do some stretches, it's just that the more you open yourself up in those kind of cultures and stuff like that, you become susceptible. But some of y'all are spiritually strong enough to do yoga. Just be very careful. You got maybe play some Rance Allen.
Maybe play Snoop Dogg's new album.
Yeah, just do some yoga stretches to that. Maybe you'll be all right. Cleanse yourself.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into this week's One Gotta Go, which is staying with the Super Bowl theme. It's going to be based off of chicken wings.
All right.
So we're going to talk about chicken wing establishments.
Okay.
Has to go.
All right.
So the first one, which isn't going anywhere, is Wingstop.
No, never. Not even going anywhere.
Not even a question. The second one, Zaxby's.
Zaxby got some good wings, brother.
They do have some good wings. The third, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay.
And the fourth, the wings at the Walmart Hot Bar.
Oh, man. Classics, man. Classic.
They're clutch.
They're clutch, man. And they're not healthy for you. I think they inject them with something, but either way, it is good.
So one of these wing establishments,
man, BD, I just had Wingstop the first time in my life this year, 2018.
I'm sorry,
but bruh, I didn't even know they was in Charlotte. Every time I look, Rick Ross was talking about Miami, so I just thought, hey, maybe it's just a Miami thing. I didn't know there was one in Charlotte until this year. But when I bit into that wing, brother, it was amazing. And that's why I say, you know what? Wingstop has to stay. Because when your boneless wings are good too, I think what I like about Wingstop, man, is because they cook it fresh for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, the Walmart wings aren't fresh. Zaxby's may or may not be. I would think Buffalo Wild Wings is fresh.
But if one has to go, I guess I got to go through all of them on my experiences. Walmart wings, they stand. I may not eat them now, but there was a big part of my life where I snuck into that hot bar and I grabbed the wings, bro.
At a very reasonable price.
I mean, you get more chicken for your dollar.
That's fair.
Until I found out that, there are some genetically modified, stuff. And I was like, oh, that's why those chickens are so big. That's why they're so swole.
We won't worry about
it. It's just for the, Buffalo Wild Wings, bro. I think they got to go, man. Both them and Zaxby's, bro.
Josh, one gotta go. One.
Why do you pick these? Like, why? Make it interesting for me, bro.
What do you mean make it interesting? You have to choose one that has to go. Not two, one.
All right, man. Man. Buffalo Wild Wings, I've had too many bad experiences. I think because I went when there was a lot of people and your chicken don't come out as fresh. And non-fresh chicken wings are dangerous.
How so?
Because when you bite in it, it's too crunchy. You bite into you want the juiciness, but you bite in it like it's juicy. But you kind of go in a little too hard. And it'd be just too hard, man. And then sometimes their wings be like wiry. Like they always get stuck in your teeth. And I think, honestly, to me, none of these establishments offer me the wings that I actually like, and that's the full wing, the whole wing.
Oh, the whole thing.
I like the whole wing experience. I like dissecting it, cutting, tearing it apart. I love the experience with the whole wing. But Wingstop stays, Walmart wing stays. Buffalo Wild Wings gotta go.
B-Dubs gotta
go, man. I just think they're falling out of the competition, out of the race, man. They're not even, Wingstop is destroying them.
Oh, yeah.
But
it's not
Buffalo Wild Wings was only great because they were the only option. Think about that. We tolerated Buffalo Wild Wings. We wasn't in love with it. It wasn't like Wingstop. When you pass by, you never can pass by Wingstop. No. Every time I come home from work, I have to look the other way towards East Mac because I know if I look left to that Wingstop, bruh, I'm going in. Bruh, like when I first saw it the first time ever, bruh, I made a left turn into Wingstop, parked my car, walked inside, grabbed the menu, ordered wings, and went in the car and ate them. And I was like, after I ate the last wing, I was like, what did I just do? Man. Because that's the effect of Wingstop, bruh. Man, I look at the board. They got all these different flavors, bruh. Teriyaki is my best, though. My favorite. Teriyaki and mild. I like those better.
Teriyaki and mild?
Yeah, I like those, man. And I like it plain, too, man. But Zaxby's cool because the toast, just the whole wing experience, the whole wing box that you get from Zaxby's is that's a good feel to it. It's got a good feel. When you get a Texas toast and anything like that, bro, that's good eating, bro. You know you're eating good when you get a Texas toast.
Man, you're making this. This decision was a lot easier for you than it was for me. I don't know.
Buffalo Wild Wings got to go because, bro, I only go to places where that gives me the full wing, like Midnight Diner, like Midnight Diner's the only one to give you full wing. A Diamond Diner they give me full wings. I'd rather I get my wings from places where I get the big whole wing.
I don't like the big whole wing. Then I have to tear it apart, and that's extra work.
See, but I like eating my wings in the comfort of my own home. Or at the store. I mean, at the restaurant.
Okay.
But my thing with some of
those are pretty much the only two.
But the only thing is, I think the whole wing is a juicier wing than when it's separated. A better crunch, we got more meat to it. When you get those little tiny little wings, you get this stuff. Sometimes they got to be cooked right. That's all I'm trying to say. And a lot of these,
you like the jumbo.
I like the jumbo wings, but a lot of people don't cook their wings. They cook their wings by demand. What I mean by that, it's a lot of people that say they got to rush the wing. They got to rush it. And so I just think when they rush the wing comes out hard, stern. It doesn't come out juicy and just right, bro.
Right. All right. So you say Buffalo Wild Wings has got to go.
Plus Zaxby's.
Wait.
This is gonna be called 2 for 1. Gotta go.
Like, I don't think you're grasping the basic concept here. One has got to go. You don't.
I'm gonna start adding my own to my. I'm gonna create my own ones. Got to go list. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna take 2 of BD's and add 2 of mines.
That's fine. That's a great concept. We'll do that going forward.
Yeah, because I'm like, bro, why are you picking what you love?
I'm just trying to pick the most common wing establishments.
Right. Oh, okay, that's true.
You can't pick Midnight Diner because everybody doesn't live in Charlotte.
You're right. Man,
there's a method.
I understand, man. But yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings, it has to go. Because Wingstop is just destroying them.
So for me, obviously, Wingstop has to stay. Not only for the wings, but their fries are my favorite fries out of anywhere.
Really? I've never had their fries because I can't have potato, bruh. I can't have potatoes at night, bruh.
Then eat them during the day. Josh, that is like,
you do with the cheese.
Gosh, you have only experienced like 60% of what makes Wingstop.
So have you do it with the cheese or just the fries by itself?
No, just the fries by itself, man. They're like the the natural cut fries, but they have like salt and I think like a little bit of garlic. Like I don't know what they do. I love
when people put the garlic melody to my fries, man. The garlic melody on the fries is amazing, bro.
Yeah, that's what they do. It is like, oh my gosh, dude. The fries are like, I don't know. Like that's what really pushes Wingstop over the edge.
I might go there on.
Please go.
I might go there on a leg day, man, because I gotta burn it off pretty quick. It's too late even now to go get fries.
Yeah, go on a leg day. Work the quads.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the quads.
Then go get
you some yoga stretches, bro. Then I'm gonna get some. just
don't do yoga.
Nah, I'm never.
It's demonic.
Yeah, it's demonic. And plus, I can't even do 99.9% of those poses. Man, they used to try to bring me in to do yoga. Them yoga teachers, come on, Josh, come on, do some yoga. I'm like, man, do you understand? Once I go down, I'm down.
Yeah, I'm not coming back up.
I'm not getting back up.
Y'all might have to
adjustment falls one time. That's it. I'm not coming back up. Once that quad goes, bruh, and that Charlie horse kick in, bruh, and you fall on Kelly, and Kelly her butt in your face, bruh, and then you get slapped thinking you, bruh, I don't got time. I think about everything. I'm too.
Wow, you really?
Them yoga studios.
That was pretty thorough.
Those yoga studios are so small, bruh. Everybody's touching everybody.
And then they got the hot yoga.
Man, that's
where it's like really hot.
Smell like
it just sounds like a bad idea.
Smells like butt and
it's got to.
But the guys only do that because the girls are in there, and I'm just like, I don't want Beth's butt in my face.
Right, not when it's hot. Not even if I was single, like
I wouldn't want that because it only take, man. I don't know what you ate before you came here.
All right. Anyway, let's get back to food. I just lost my appetite. So Wingstop stays. Walmart wings absolutely stay because I'm sorry,
they got a spicy taste to them too. I like that little spike, that hint of like, yeah.
Yep. So Walmart wings stay. They're reasonably priced. They're delicious. Might not be 100% real chicken. I don't know, but they're staying. So it's between Buffalo Wild Wings and Zaxby's. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I was going to say Zaxby's, but off the strength of the Texas toast that comes with it and the crinkle cut fries.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to keep Zaxby's.
You got to see, some wings are only good because of the experience and what comes along with it. Buffalo Wild Wings only give you wings. They only give you wings.
Their fries are terrible.
Oh, their fries are horrible.
Their fries are terrible.
Horrible.
And for that reason alone, I think they've got to go. Because at Walmart, you can get the potato wedges, which are great.
Man, I always do.
Wingstop has the best fries I've ever had in my life. And Zaxby's, you've got the crinkle cut fries. So,
and don't forget about the Texas toast, bro.
And the Texas toast. And that's what it's going to come down to for me. Buffalo Wild Wings has got to go.
It's because it's just like the stuffed chicken wing company. They got big too fast. No competitors. Mm-hmm. And the competitors was just studying. They were just watching and they was like, you know what? Their fries are horrible.
Right.
And you know why we're going to call it the wing stop? Because every time you see us, you're going to stop for wings. Like, you going to stop. Walmart's for the hood, man, the struggle where you know there's not a wing stop nearby, but you know if you want wings, you go to Walmart. And if you got a little bit money and you want Texas toast with your meal and some crinkle cut fries, you go to Zaxby's. Buffalo Wild Wings should be shut down in the next 3 years, bro. I don't even think they're going to last. I think they're going to be out of business soon.
Wow. I can't say I see that.
All it takes is for Wingstop to just go everywhere. And it becomes the place to go watch UFC fights and stuff. Well, nah, you're right. You're right. Wingstop's got a vibe to it that's just not our vibe. I don't go to watch games or fights.
You talk about Buffalo Wild
Buffalo
Wings?
Wild Wings, yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's the only reason why people go there. So they got a niche audience, you know, when boxing and stuff like that. But
yep. Yeah, that's probably what they're best for, is like their atmosphere. But just straight wings and just if you really want some good wings, I'm not going to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Not even close.
Nope. All right. So we've made our decisions there. We're both letting Buffalo Wild Wings go. Hop in the comments. Let us know which one's got to go for you, or what your favorite wing establishment is. Josh.
Yes, sir.
Do you have Monday motivation for the people?
I sure do, man. And I'm going to call this one Find Your Formula. We talked about it with Tom Brady. We talked about it with the Fat Boys Can't Fly food truck. I think it's the name of them.
That's not the name. No. That's not
Too Fat to Fly. Something like that. Either way, bad name. But what I'm trying to say is find your formula. Find your greatness. Find your purpose. Every one of us have something God given to us for us to maximize. What I mean by that, I'm not sitting there talking about being so consumed with your wealth or the fruit of your work ethic. But what I'm talking about is when God has gifted you with something, work hard, man. Work unto the Lord. I wish the scripture said work hard unto the Lord, which is probably means that, but we got to work hard so that we can maximize our gift. I promise you, your future is predicated on you finding and being faithful to your formula. You got to find your science. You got to find what's going to make you great. What workout regimens, what mental regimens, what emotional regimens, what spiritual regimens that will ensure that you operate at a high efficient level. The Steph Currys, the LeBrons, the Toms, the Jordans, the athletes around the world are not the only ones that are supposed to be professionals at their peak. We were supposed to have a peak as well. And I'm telling you guys, make sure that when you die, you're going to give something to God that's worth something. Maximize your time, find your formula, find your flow, and we can't wait to see how far you go. That's all I got to say, B.
Well said. Sage advice and wisdom from the Reverend Joshua Ezzy, as usual. That is all we've got for the podcast today. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope we have made you laugh and gave you a little something to think about as well. If you enjoyed the podcast, definitely hop in the comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you're smashing or passing the stuffed chicken wings, or which one's got to go. And make sure you check us out. We're on YouTube, SoundCloud, and wherever else podcasts can be found. Josh, you got anything else for the people before we go?
Like I always say, man, we're only good because he's good. Stay faithful to him and watch how far he takes you. Peace.
Absolutely. Oh, hold up. Not peace yet.
Okay.
Peace, not yet.
Okay, go ahead.
Not just yet. Real quick announcement. I said it last week. I think I said it was going to be this week. I lied. It's actually going to be next week. We're going to push back the Holy Parody Bible study for next week because it's an R&B type groove to it. Right in time for Valentine's Day. So we're going to push it back to next week. Be on the lookout for the Bible study remix with BD and Joshua Ezzy, Coach Josh.
And be on the lookout for our next song. No, I'm just joking. Anyway, we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.